Hello, this is Scott Rogers with Funkhauser Real Estate Group with the January 2018 edition of my real estate market report. We are now all the way through 2017 and we have a lot of interesting data to look at to see how the residential real estate market fared in 2017. Taking a look at the big picture first, we will notice that there were a total of 1,254 home sales in 2017, which was a 5%, 4 to 5% increase from the 1,313 seen last year. So other than last year, 1,254 home sales was a high from the last 4 years. But last year there were more home sales than there were this year. Despite the fact that there was about a 4.5% decline in the pace of home sales, the median sales price has actually increased over the past year. The median sales price for all of 2017 was $198,500, which is up 2.9% from last year, the year prior, when it was $192,900. So slightly fewer home sales, higher median sales prices, and homes sold much more quickly. In 2016, the median days on market was 52 days, and in 2017 it dropped to 33 days. So a very rapid pace of sales in the market last year. Taking a look at the city versus the county, you'll note that about twice as many homes sell in the county each year. There were 835 home sales in Rockingham County last year and only 419 in the city. That's somewhat typical. There was a decline in both the city and the county, 5% decline in the pace of sales in the city, 4.24% decline in the county. And both the city and the county also saw increases in the median sales price. Of note, the city saw a larger increase, a 6% increase, though to a lower number, $177,000, whereas the county saw a 3.7% increase, so a smaller increase, but to a higher median sales price of $210,000 in the county. Lastly, homes in the city sell more quickly than those in the county, a median of 23 days in the city and 40 days in the county. Taking a look at the year as a whole here, you'll see that the main months that are to cause for 2016 being so far above and beyond 2017 were these right here. So August and September and November. So we did not match those levels in 2017. December of 2017 did end on a high note, 102 home sales. That was the highest December that we'd seen in any time on this chart, and we're likely to see as we move into January and February some lower sales numbers over the next few months. Here's another graphical look at the pace of home sales in Harrisonburg and Rockingham County. You can see 5 years in a row of steady increases up through last year, and then a slight decline to 1,254 home sales in 2017. If you look month by month here, you'll see that all the way through the end of July, this year was actually, 2017 was actually ahead of 2016. But then we fell off in August and the months thereafter and ended up the year short as compared to the previous year. Looking at a 12-month rolling time frame here, this orange line is the pace of home sales. You can see that steady increase and then a little bit of a decline in the pace of home sales. And the median sales price has been steadily increasing over the past year and a half. Over the last year and a half, it's gone from $185,000 up to $198,000. So some steady improvements in the prices of homes that are selling. Looking at the overall single-family home and townhome market, so this is all home sales, you can see that the sales dropping by 4% there and the median sales price going up by 3%. If we then divide that out by single-family home alone, you'll see it's actually a little bit larger of a decline in the pace of sales, so a 10% decline in the number of single-family homes sold, but a larger increase in price, so a 5% increase in that median sales price. as compared to attached dwellings, which would be duplexes, townhomes, and condos, which you can see here. We've had 6 years in a row of increases, another 12% increase in the pace of sales last year, and a 7% increase in the median price of those sales last year. This inflection point shown here is when we crossed over the 6-month of supply threshold. So the buyers are shown in blue here. More and more buyers are coming into the market and buying homes. The green are the sellers. Fewer and fewer sellers are in the market to sell. And at this point, about a year and a half ago, is when we had a 6-month supply of homes for sale. We're now headed quite the other way from where we had been for many years. There are more buyers in the market than there are sellers for them to purchase homes. Flipping forward a little bit here, contract activity is typically a preceding indicator to sales activity, and so we'll see the fruit of these contracts in the next month or two. There was a slight increase in December of 2017. I guess technically the best December of contracts seen in the last 3 years, so we could see a decent January as we start off 2018. Inventory levels are likely the main reason why we saw a decline in sales in the second half of 2017. As you can see here, there's been a 32% decline in the number of homes for sale over the past year. 2 years ago, there were 560 homes on the market. Today, there are 280. That's a significant, I guess, a 50% drop right there over 2 years, and a 32% drop over the past year. So this does not give buyers a lot of options as far as homes to purchase. And when we break it down even further, the numbers are a bit more startling. So townhomes, duplexes, and condos in all of Harrisonburg and Rockingham County were down to only 46 homes available right now. 234 single-family homes are available. That 46 duplex townhome condos number is a 52% decline from where we were a year ago. So some significant adjustments as to the inventory of homes available for purchasers to buy. When looking at the city versus the county, again, some startling numbers. 2 years ago, there were 152 homes in the city that's for sale. That's single-family homes, townhomes, condos, etc. 152 2 years ago, down to 64 today. So a drastic reduction in the number of homes that purchasers can consider these days. Days on market, again, we've mentioned that 33 days was the magic number last year, median of 33 days. And in fact, you can see here 47% of homes that sold went under contract within the first 30 days they were on the market. And then this yellow chunk here is the next 15% of homes that went under contract within the first 2 months, or within that second month after having been on the market. The days on market statistics for the homes that are currently on the market are understandably longer. These are some homes that folks have not bought and that have been on the market for some time. Home sales by price range. The biggest decline we've seen has been in the under 200,000 range. So a 10% year-over-year decline in the number of home sales under 200,000. At the same time, a 9% increase in home sales between 200,000 and 300,000. So two competing narratives there. And relative stability in the other two more upper end price ranges. 4% decline in between 300,000 and 400,000 and 1% increase over 400,000. All of these points look like they're kind of converging towards zero. These are the number of homes for sale in each of those price ranges. You can see some negative numbers across the board there. The largest decline has been in the number of homes for sale in a particular price range has been that under 200,000 price range with a 41% decline. But the 200,000 to 300,000 has also seen a 28% decline in the number of homes for sale. The only one that has not largely changed is this green line here, which is 400 and up. So about the same number of homes for sale in that category. And then this is looking at how long it would take to sell every home for sale in each of those price ranges. And 6 months is considered to be a balance between buyers and sellers, and you can see that every price range other than over 400,000 there is a significant shortage of homes for sale. It would only take 2 or 3 months to sell through the homes for sale in each of those 3 lower price ranges. There's a bit more in the market report as far as lot sales and land. We'll look at lot sales briefly. Lot sales we're considering less than an acre. You can see for the last 5 years we've seen around 80-ish lot sales per year, which is better than the 50 to 60 we saw in the preceding 4 years, but nowhere near the 200 to 400 that we saw back in 2002 to 2005. And then a rather impressive 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10-year run of median sales prices of lots of less than an acre, staying between, let's see, as high as 59.9, as low as 54.9. So staying pretty close in the upper 50s there as far as the median sales price of those lots. So not a lot of growth in those values. And then land sales price per acre is edged up some from 10,000 to 15,000, though that's where we were 2 years ago. And with this number of land sales, this can be affected by the distribution of what happens to sell in any given year. Bottom line, though, we are starting to see more activity. There were 88 sales of an acre or more in Harrisonburg and Rockingham County, and that was the highest number seen all the way back to 2005. So other than 2004 and 2005, that was the best year on record. So starting to see some additional land sales this past year. Trustee sales, finally. We maybe have bottomed out as far as we can go here. Over the last 3 years, we've seen 139, 136, and 134, so a relatively steady number of foreclosures happening in our market, all while we're seeing a general increase in the number of sales. And so this decline or stability here is a good sign. We're not at quite as low as we were before the real estate boom, but still lower than we were at the peak of the real estate bust back in 2008, 9, 10, 11, 12, etc. Lastly, interest rates finished out the year a smidgen under 4%, right at 3.99%, which is encouraging for buyers. Ultimately, anywhere below 5, the buyers are still going to have some very favorable financing terms, and we are still squarely below 5, right around 4%, and unemployment remains low. That's all for this month. This full market report is available online at harrisonburghousingmarket.com. And you can take a look at it in detail to see how things fared with the overall residential real estate market in Harrisonburg and Rockingham County during 2017. Or you can take a look at my blog at Harrisonburg Housing Today for daily commentary on all things real estate in this area. Again, this is Scott Rogers with Funkhauser Real Estate Group, and look forward to talking with you next month.